All right. How everybody doing tonight? Sergeant, you muted. You are muted. Jamal did that to you. I didn't want to tell you, but Jamal did that to you.
Did he mute me? Okay, good.
I got my cell phone mute.
No, Jamal did it.
What's up, peeps?
Look at that. He looked just like that statue behind him, don't he?
I love it. I love it. Even though we know that he would never have a gun in his hand.
He ain't gonna have a gun?
Never. I don't ever picture him. You know, he's not that kind of soldier. He is I just want to talk to you.
That's a soldier. That's a soldier right there, son. You can't say that. That man there's a fighter, a killer.
I can just talk to you.
He's a come on, let's get in this circle and let's talk about it. You go first.
Let us embrace. That's right.
Yes.
Let us embrace. Or let us sit with our backs to one another, and you spit out what you're feeling, and I spit out what I'm feeling, and so then we get it all out, and then we come together, then we love one another.
Exactly.
He's telling all us to fight.
Yeah. But he He is the Donald Trump of our team that has
Wow.
no spurs and everything else when it comes time to go and get about our business.
Wow.
But we do have. Oh well, there's a new name for Julius Hall. It's called the Overseer. The Overseer. Overseer.
Well, we've been calling him that
Right,
because of how he wears his glasses.
Lord have mercy.
Oh no, that's the Overseer. He cracking the whip. The Overseer.
I mean,
Overseer. You know, I would use the song to come from Bob Marley, Slave Driver, but I don't want to put him in that category.
Lord have mercy.
Overseer. Overseer.
Yeah, he just slandered my name.
Oh,
that's why he in
whoa,
the book.
whoa.
He in that book just like that because he slanders my name. You know?
Oh.
Me and Robert just can't get a break. Y'all just treat us any kind of way.
Okay, all kind of way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Charlie Brown is coming after a while. He's still in his one of his Bible classes. And not Bible study.
Shut up, Chandra.
He's in the Bible class, not Bible study.
Chandra, let the man be saved. Yeah.
Yes. Let Charlie Brown be saved. And
Charlie Brown is saved. Just for everybody to know, Charlie Brown is saved on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Every other day. Toss up.
Well,
it is a toss up.
We don't have a lot of love tonight because the day is Valentine's Day, and we don't have a lot of love tonight. But we're going to give it to you raw and uncut and unfiltered, and we got some views here from both sides of the political spectrum. You know, sometimes our advocacy takes on a passion where if you're going to do it, then you need to be correct in what you're talking about. There's nothing wrong with you saying how you feel about a certain thing, but when you know and when you're giving out facts, always give out the facts as to how they are supposed to be.
True.
And so on this Valentine's Day, we just appreciate y'all for watching and tuning in. And we're going to go from there with not a lot of love tonight. Not a lot of love.
You see where we at?
Not a lot of love. So y'all don't forget to support our sponsors. Ricky Coleman for Sheriff, Kim's Cafe, One Price Cleaners, Shepherd's Gas Station, Davis Bozeman Johnson Law Firm, Katie Bruin for Magistrate Judge, and Crossing the Line, the Julius Hall story, that book. He's a sponsor also. So y'all make sure y'all get it. Yes, sir. How can I help you?
I was going to say, Ricky Coleman stole my girlfriend in the 11th grade.
I'm so done.
Ricky Coleman stole your girlfriend in 11th grade.
Right, 11th grade.
You get her back or you going to get him back?
Huh?
Who you going to get back? Where's she at now?
She in Hawaii right now.
She in Hawaii, okay.
Okay.
She like that was a win for her.
She weigh about 250 pounds now, so you know.
Might be a win for you.
I said,
Okay.
That was a win for you, bro.
Well, we're gonna get on to our first subject, and our first subject is general discussion, and our first subject will be the Negro National Anthem. You got some Black community leaders and Black elected officials that are crying because when the Negro National Anthem was played at the Super Bowl the other night, everybody didn't stand up. Even some Blacks and some whites didn't stand up. And they're saying that, well, you can get them to stand up for the regular national anthem, but you can't get them to stand up for this. So what's your feelings on that, Sandra?
My feelings is the same passion that that San Francisco and every other, you know, the National Football League had about the national anthem, they should have that same passion for our anthem or any other anthem that they choose to play at their games, you know, because I'll go back to saying that America was built on the backs of slaves and descendants of slaves. So more than anybody else, we deserve an anthem and we deserve respect. Period.
Yeah, somebody's saying that, well, then if you get the Negro anthem, then you're gonna have the Japanese anthem, then you're gonna have the Asian anthem, then you're gonna have the Puerto Rican anthem, then you're gonna that's what they're saying. There's too many, we should just have one. That's what they're saying. I think myself personally, and I'll go before Robert and Jamal, because I know Jamal got something really to say on that. That if it was played, then you should respect it. If it was played in that arena, if you're gonna stand for one, stand for both. And if you're not, don't get on nobody's nerve. If somebody don't want to stand for neither one, then I respect that also. You know, but if you stand for one, stand for both. That's my feelings on it. Go ahead, Robert.
Well, I'll say this, that I think what we're learning too is that a lot of us don't even understand the significance of that song. You know, I get so baffled when folks get up and recite the words and don't even know what they're saying. You know, if you really sit back and listen to the words of the song and you understand what's being said, it's a very powerful and spiritual movement. But that's the issue. I mean, I'm not shocked that people that don't look like us didn't stand up. I mean, I get that. But you know, you keep doing that kind of stuff, and you see what it got San Fran. San Fran got the Kaepernick. The Kaepernick curse will never leave. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, you know, so you can't be mad at that brother for kneeling. You know, so yeah, I just think a lot of us don't understand the significance. As a matter of fact, if you can't sing that song from memory, I'm gonna turn over to Teray to finish that story right now.
Trying to turn it on me. You just try to be slick. That's what the ones for people.
See, had you had that excellent education.
I'm going to say this and put it out that people might hear me talk about the NFL and other stuff like that, talk about teams, but when it really comes down to it, I still boycott the NFL. I'm really not a fan of the NFL because it still goes back in time. I'm not like Jay-Z and others who like basically like you turn the other cheek on that. I really do not support, but I just go along with it. Now, I'll say this right here. When people talk about other things, 56% of the NFL are black players. 56% are black. Only 29% of NFL players are Caucasian. And actually, the numbers are 71% non-whites, as they like to go say, non-whites are in the NFL. So 29% of, I'm saying, non-Hispanic Caucasians are in the NFL. So right then and there, people saying that type of stuff right there. People talk about this all the time. You got these owners of teams, and look at who basically making money for their teams. Black folks. So right there, I'm going to say, you don't want to try to respect the people making money, that y'all are able to celebrate. Y'all are able to have your bars. You're able to have your bets. You're able to have your restaurants. You're able to have your hotels. You're able to have your taxing. You're able to have your Ubering, your lifting. You are able to do all this stuff based on them black folks out there on that field who are giving their bodies up. Also give them their heads. So I got to do a shout out with regards to the football helmet that's done by our boy, who again, Julius Hall got a percentage in the business. I ain't got no percentage in the business. They kicked me out of it, but I'm supposed to have a percentage, you know, because they got a patent with regard to helmet. So that's being done. Black people are the ones. And even with the NFL, when they went to do the cognitive issues, they paid black people less, black players less, retirees less than they did with Caucasians. So I'm like saying, yo, you by them singing the African American national, the black national anthem, guess what? It's paying homage a little bit to the people who made that industry known as the NFL. You don't want to acknowledge it, and that one, I say we put it in your face, but we all know what that's about. that's about, again, the racism of the United States, not wanting to address the real issue that Black folks make succeed and make the money for you, but then you don't want to acknowledge them. Something as simple as that. That's just my perspective on that.
Yeah.
But I still need to get my percentage, but I'm just saying, I'm just waiting for the lawsuit. When they like, bam, I'm just waiting for the lawsuit.
Well,
excuse me. It's gonna be Davis Johnson Bozeman law firm gonna represent me. That's what's gonna represent me. I'm just waiting for that helmet to come on out, that prototype, bam.
Well, we're gonna hope that Davis Johnson Bozeman law firm don't have to get involved, and that you get your true percentage of the helmet. We're gonna also sue you for back pay for when we brought the controllers here and you made the concert flop and we lost $10,000.
Lord.
So we want to make sure that we get our back paid times 40, because it was 40 years ago that we did this. Let me see, 40. Was it 40 years ago or 30 something?
I don't even remember. I have no knowledge what you speak. I have no knowledge what you speak. 36
years, 34, 30, somewhere between 34 and 36 years ago that Jamal did that. We got to make sure that we get ours back also. So you get your money from the helmet, which should be a whole lot more than what you're going to be, what we're due from the money you made us lose. So y'all read the book. It's in the book how he made us lose that money. Yeah. So we're gonna go. Let's go to a commercial real quick, and we'll come right back, and we'll start with our main topics. We got 3 hot topics. We're not gonna labor you long tonight. We got some hot topics that we're gonna talk to. I sound like a preacher just then.
No, because I was saying Charlie gonna do all night long.
Oh yeah, Charlie will be here after a while when he got to class, if he can get on. And he might be preaching tonight, so we don't know. But we'll be right back.
Lord.
Not Chandra.
They really going to hell now.
Chandra.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Katie Brewington and I'm running for Magistrate Court Judge. Magistrate Court is often called the People's Court because people represent themselves or are pro se litigants. Magistrate Court handles civil claims up to $15,000, dispossessory proceedings, pre-warrant applications, and good behavior bonds. I'm a great candidate for judge because I have the experience, compassion, and drive to get the job done. I have been a probation officer, a criminal defense attorney, a solicitor, and a municipal court judge, and I will take all of that experience to get the job done. So remember, vote Katie Brewington, May 21st, for Magistrate.
All right. Well, we see Charlie is somewhere to be found in a minute. And so we're going to go on to subject number 2, y'all. Subject number 2. What was subject number 2?
Oh, Lord. Let me go to my notes.
Judge Hackett. Judge Hackett is suing the sheriff who groped her at an event that they were all at. And this sheriff thought that he could, this white sheriff, Judge Hackett, if all y'all don't know, she's a black female judge out of Atlanta area, I believe. And the sheriff, she was at this convention, and he thought that he had right to grope her. I don't know why he thought he had that right, but he did grope her, and he's not saying that he didn't. And I guess he figured he could have, because he must have could have had permission to do it earlier. But I guess things changed. But she's crying emotional abuse, and that she's distraught about what happened, and she's having these panic attacks and everything else, thinking about it. So that's part of her suit. And my thing is whether is it real or is it acting? And it really don't matter, because she has a right to some recourse from him violating her without her permission.
Exactly, because first of all, this case has been going on for like 2 years or more, whereas she went to a event with one of the other sheriffs, okay, and this sheriff came up in a room full of sheriffs, okay, and he put his hand on her breast under her clothes, okay? Now, I have a couple of things. There's a couple of things wrong with that. That, first of all, he was able, even though, the guy that she came with checked him on and said, well, what the hell are you doing? And everything. He was still able to commit a sexual assault on this black woman and leave, and in a whole room of other sheriffs, okay, and they was in one of those counties, Blakely County or whatever. It was one of those small counties, but still, it doesn't matter. All of those sheriffs there had arresting powers, and they could have put him under arrest right then and there for what he did. And it did not matter whether he was saying, well, I was drinking and, because of the drinks that I had, I got a little bit too liberal with my hands. If somebody would have gotten liberal with one of them white women, they would have had his black behind strung up. We've seen people like Emmett Till be strung up for less.
My mind.
Okay, we have seen that happen for less. So when are we going to start? So I don't like the way you phrased all of this, Julius.
For him, he did nothing.
He did.
Yeah,
because
it brought on this conversation.
You crazy.
No, wait a minute. He said.
I asked the question. You are answering it.
You're just going off on everybody. You better hide, Ray. Better hide.
He said,
"Is this wrong? You got something to do with it.
Is this acting?" And I'm saying, when, as black men, are y'all going to stand up for these black women?
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter. Period.
And to fly in and tell the man he was wrong?
Well, no. It was the way that he phrased his thing, because if she want to bring a suit, my thing is he should have been arrested. It shouldn't have had to go through all of the stages that it went through just for him to get a couple of days in jail. And by a couple of days, I do mean a couple of days, because I've been keeping track. So now she's moved to the civil part of it all. But I know that there had to be some black sheriffs in there that could have said, wait a minute. No, if this is what he did, we're going to hold him accountable, like right now.
Well, I think that she probably should have defended herself also and slapped the hell out of him and attacked him, and then it would have been a bigger deal, and they could have arrested him right then, because he violated, and he did something to her. I didn't phrase the question. I think he did wrong. He shouldn't have did it, and that he should pay the penalties for what she's suing him civilly. I don't even think they did Did they do a criminal action against him?
Yeah,
Jamal?
they did a criminal action.
Oh, okay, well, and then, but I phrase it so you can get the conversation and the discussion that we're getting, Sandra. So don't jump on Robert told me how to phrase it. I asked him how, and then I called Jamal and he told me how to phrase it so that we could get under Sandra's skin. So don't you talk to them too.
That's a lie.
This is what we're talking about. When we talk about how Black women are the most unprotected women on this planet.
Yeah.
And y'all are proving it.
No, we don't.
Thank you, Dr. Bryant.
What the hell I did?
Go ahead, G.
What the what?
And so I'm gonna let you know. And the overseer is censoring us right now because I've been trying to put a comment in. I'll try and say, "Great, get on him, Sarah, get on him." But then I can't even make a comment to say that because he's censoring us right now. So, but you're right, my sister, that when it first happens, like 2022, she puts it out there. It was on social media, and that it happened in Cobb County. He's the sheriff for Blakely County, which is right on the Georgia side. So it happened, and that she was more stunned that here go this Caucasian man that even they won't say inebriated is literally violating her like that, and that other folks, and that's why the sheriff with her were like stunned, like, "What are you doing?" And so it had been that brouhaha about that, and so he's no longer the sheriff. But then again, it was like basically stunned. That happened with a lot of women when they now are sexually abused, sexually assaulted. They are stunned by it. It's like, we might go and say, you need to go and do this right here. But some of us, like, they're just trying to get it together. So, but it happened in Cobb County. And again, it was the sheriff's convention there. And that he felt that, that he felt he had that privilege to do that. And so, but it comes down to it right now. She's gone her full recourse now with regard to the civil action. So I can go and say, I can kind of tend to think that, she might still be traumatized by that. Because again, what was the real recourse with regards to that and how she was trapped, how she was violated? Like how some of us with our Black media feel when Julius Hall come at us and say, go over there, look at that house over there. Go look at that building over there.
Right now.
I'm in Tybee. Go over to Port Woodward, look at that house over there. I don't give a damn.
And you better be there in 5 minutes.
I did not do that. He had days to get there. It ain't till Friday. if he can't make it from Tybee on Tuesday to Friday at Pula, then something wrong with his car. He can walk there by Friday.
Okay.
But we need to stop. We need to stop taking it lightly, because everything about Black women throughout history has been taken lightly. It's taken lightly when we're not represented in the boardrooms. It's taken lightly when we're not looked for if we get kidnapped. It's taken lightly, when things like this happen in broad daylight in the front of a bunch of sheriffs. I mean, good night already. What do we have to do to be protected?
You're right. You're right. And we should, the only problem with that is when you're in that type of setting, you're not going to have those sheriffs stand up and challenge the other sheriff unless he just did something that like balked somebody. But they probably felt like they probably had a there go Charlie, I think. Like they had some type of agreement, or some type of standing affair, something that they had,
Yeah.
and that's probably what they thought, that they had some type of relationship. Past
Well,
he knew he didn't have a relationship with
well,
that
here's the
girl,
thing.
that lady.
My thing is, did he go and
had
broke
white
other women
privilege.
before her?
Here's
Huh?
the thing.
Did he go and broke other women before her?
We don't know.
Well,
No,
and I will offer this. I've been around Judge Hatchett. I've been in her presence, and so, I'm not saying that's appropriate, but I agree 100% with Chandra. I mean, there's a point where, it always interests me how, as African American males, we will sit here and call them queens when it's convenient, but when those moments show up like that, we just looking around like we don't see what's going on. The other thing I have a problem with, even though what probably did happen, Chandra, there probably was a black sheriff in the room, but because you my brother sheriff, I'm not gonna call you out. See, we got to stop with that bull crap too.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we have a lateral title and we got this elite position, you need to call people out. I mean, that was just totally inappropriate. That's somebody's spouse, mother, and for God's sake, she's a judge. I mean, have some kind of, I guess it's the time for
Decorum about yourself.
Yes.
All rise. The Honorable Charlie Brown is in the room.
You're too kind. You're too kind.
I know.
As always, hello, boys and lady. Sorry, a little bit late. I was detained, but I better be here a little bit than not. And I'm not going to say much tonight. I'm talking about, I want to jump right into the topic. I thought it was interesting what Sandra was saying. You have to realize they always treat us with no value. It don't matter. What you say or do didn't matter, although they go out and steal it, use it, and do whatever. But when it's coming from you, it don't matter, because you don't matter. So if you're looking for that from them, you're not going to get that, because you really don't matter. You think it's all about Joe Biden. It's not about just Joe Biden. They too afraid of Joe Biden should die or can't fulfill the job. Kamala Harris to become president. The whole thing is about Kamala Harris and her complexion. I don't care if you're half black or what she is, because Sonia, you don't matter. Robert, you don't matter.
That's a lie.
Jamal, you're a fine gentleman. I ain't gonna say nothing negative about you, but you don't matter. And Julius Hall, perhaps one of the great noses of the century, you don't matter. I don't care how much you want to put that big nose in people's business, it don't matter. And that's the problem you deal with. So if you're an audience, please share. Let people know about us. We bring you information and knowledge, okay? Thank you.
And to your point, Charlie, you are absolutely right with that, observation of.
Thank you.
It has really nothing to do with Biden's age.
That's right.
But what they don't want to say is, we don't want a black woman president, because he could die. He could die right now.
That's correct.
He could die right now. But
the
thing is that they're feeling like, oh, we are guaranteed if he goes another term, he might not be able to fulfill that term, and we are left with Kamala Harris.
That's right.
The first black female president.
Right. And they walking around, I'm telling you, they walking around, when I say dare, the vast majority of them are walking around on eggshells. They are so afraid it might happen any day. So they want to try to get her out there, get him out of there as soon as possible. Y'all done killed Joe off. Huh?
Yeah, right. I had a funeral, everything.
No, Robert.
It's not us. It's not us.
It's
You just hadn't been looking around your surroundings. It's happening right in front of you.
We see it, but we talking about you killed Joe all.
Right.
Charlie killed Joe and Tupac. Damn.
I had nothing to do with Tupac. I was in Savannah, Chatham County.
I think it's California, cousin.
Y'all don't put that room out because you have the FBI coming down here to investigate me.
That's what they say. So
then Tupac got killed in Las Vegas?
Wherever you was that night.
That's it.
To stop lying. Nah, I don't know nothing about it.
Jamal, did you have your say on that?
Yeah, but I was just going to reiterate. She said it in the very beginning, but then when it happened, and it was covered by the media, and again, she was shocked, and that there was no relationship, and people were looking, and they were stunned. But it was that old boys network of the sheriff, and that they didn't want to step up to the plate to do anything. That was forcing people to now say, hey, this got to be addressed. And so that when he basically went and then tried to come back with the excuse and apology. But yeah,
I will give y'all a point, an example. I don't know if you saw Sidney Poitier and Rod Stagger in I think it was in the heat of the night when he went in and confronted the man about this murder, the gardener. He was in his garden or whatever, and he slapped Sidney Poitier, and Sidney Poitier slapped him back. And the black man who saw it got so nervous he couldn't. And that white man said to him, I can remember the time I would have had you killed. Ooh. That's what he's saying. That's what's taking place. They want to do things because they remember when it was, and they can't do certain things anymore because now you go to jail. You go to jail for abuse.
Yeah. Some of them still getting away.
In the South, Julia, matter of fact, in the South, when they first showed that here in Savannah, you didn't see the slap. I went to the movie. I never knew it was a slap until I saw a rerun years later after. The South, Wide Theta or whatever, they took the slap out.
Yeah, I remember my mom told me that's what happened.
I never saw no slap.
Yeah, that they took the slap out there in the South, because they even there were movies where two interracial couple would be kissing or whatever, they would remove it. So yeah, it's true.
Okay.
I saw the slap at the Star Theater.
I can't believe that you saw anything at the Star Theater, unless you was, because Star Theater was upstairs and downstairs, and black people could only be upstairs.
No, the Star Theater was black owned. Star Theater was on West Broad Street on MLK.
Oh. You think about Savannah Theater? It was
Savannah
Theater.
How about the Y?
Savannah Theater was black people sit up in the balcony and the whites were downstairs. Mm-hmm. And guess who experienced that? I did, because guess who was the maid? The lady who cleaned up. My mother cleaned up. So she had to take all us to the movie, 4 or 5 of us, because it was actually 7 of us. And she had to take us and make us sit down, give us a big old thing of, I guess, stale popcorn, and so y'all better not be moving. And we had to sit there.
Yeah, Jamal just said, I saw it, I read his mind. He said that you ate a popcorn too many. What you say about
it? No. Let me tell you what happened when I was at the Civil Rights Museum and I had talked about the Savannah Theater. They said Charlie Brown used to go up to the balcony level of the Savannah Theater and get balloons and fill it with water and drop it on the Caucasians below.
Never did.
I heard that too. I heard that.
But one last thing. Then there was this lady I had. She was in her 80s. She said, "No, Charlie Brown used to go and put urine inside the balloons and drop it." I said, "Oh my God!"
Hey, Jamal, I think you're getting it mixed up. Actually, I didn't do it at the Dunbar. I never did it.
No, I said you
They
did
did
it
it over at the Dunbar.
You did it at Savannah
That's
Theater,
awful.
Charlie Brown.
No. They did it at the Dunbar for
That's
real.
awful.
The Dunbar was notorious for them getting up in the balcony across the street from the Star and dropping stuff on people's head. But it was each other. Because I don't remember it ever being integrated.
But they said you did that to the Caucasians at the Savannah Theater, Charlie Brown.
And they're looking for him now.
No, you gonna have some of them old. You have some of the old white folks looking for where I live at. Say he the one did it.
How about the Wise? What happened to the Wise Theater?
The Wise was
the SCAD Trustee Theater.
It's the Trustee. The Wise Theater was owned by Albert Wise. Wise also later on bought the Dunbar and the East Side Theater. He had owned all three of them. And you ever heard of WSGA? I think one of WSGA. I forgot his radio station, but he had owned the drive-ins too.
WSGA.
He owned the drive-in, and his mother lived on the 14th floor of the DeSoto Hilton. A lot of people don't know the Hilton have apartments upstairs.
Yeah,
not
they do.
Regular room. They got 6 apartments all the way up on the top floor. You pass by, you see the light on, sometimes with the drapes and stuff. Those apartments, Albert Wise's mother lived there until she died.
Mr. Brown, I got a quiz for Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown.
Levy Jewelers.
Chandra, hold on.
He lives up there.
Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, get quiz for you. Who met at the East Broad Theater?
Who what?
Who met at East Broad Theater? East Side Theater?
The Bryants.
How you let Teray beat you on that, man?
Whatever.
I had no idea.
That's what they met. They met at East Side
Theater.
Theater.
Oh, Jamal, you said that. You said that. How you know that?
He ain't no Wolverine. That's how.
Right.
Well, that's pretty interesting because your mama, in my opinion, I know she's still a beautiful lady, but she was one gorgeous woman. She was my 4th grade teacher, and
you don't went from 2nd to 3rd to 4th.
The 4th grade. No, I always say the 4th grade. Ms. Brown was my 4th grade teacher.
What school did she work at?
At Kyla. At that time, it was Kyla Elementary.
Kyla Anderson, Eli Whitney, all of them. Yeah,
but she was at Kyla at this time when I was in the 4th grade. Kyla, that's when they built Beach. They moved Beach over on Hopkins Street. And then they made Kyla an elementary. And then later on, they made Kyla a junior high.
All right. Well, thank you for that little bit of history.
All right, be glad to give it to you.
We'll be back in 1 minute. We back. We got 2 subjects left. Got about 30 minutes, and we're gonna see because one of them is gonna be really.
But support our advertisers, Davis Johnson Bozeman Law Firm, that will be suing Julius Hall, the offices in Atlanta, and also Statesboro. One Price Cleaners in Garden City at the Farmers Market. Tim's Cafe, 714 MLK Junior Boulevard. Shepherd Brothers Food and Gas at Styles and Gwinnett Street. Support Katie Brewington, who's running for Chatham County Magistrate, and also for the man who stole my girlfriend, Richard Cole.
Lord have mercy, God.
I wanna piggyback. He forgot to say the most key on Josie Shepherd. Remember, don't drive by, stop by.
Bam.
But
you gotta do Alicia Miller Blakely. Bam, baby.
Charlie, you weren't here earlier. Jamal said Ricky Coleman, who's running for sheriff, stole his girlfriend in 11th grade.
Oh, yeah, you lost on that.
I know he's not gonna get his vote dead because he's revengeful.
Now they made up. Jamal said he happy because she weighed 250 pounds now. So
right. Holy
mackerel. I didn't meant to say holy macaroni, like that's all she's been eating, but wow, that's a lot.
See.
Okay, so we're gonna go down.
Are you gonna let them body shame like that?
We're gonna go down third subject.
Robert, I need to come by and see you because I'm taking I ran a credit report today on you. Your credit don't look too good.
Tonight. I ain't doing this tonight. I ain't doing this tonight.
Your credit don't look too good with me.
You ain't lying, it really don't.
All right. Killer Mike was on The View the other day, and Killer Mike was giving great praises for Georgia Governor Brian Kemp. And he said that he got to work with the man to get things done, and the man works good with him, and he's a progressive Democrat, who Killer Mike is, and so progressive Democrats want to get things done and want to make sure that it's done for the people. Old Democrats like me, I'm a progressive old Democrat.
What they call y'all, a down dog Democrat?
You so nasty tonight.
Yellow dog Democrat.
A what?
Yellow dog Democrat. That term come from
not a dog.
I'd rather vote for a big yellow dog than vote for a Republican. So that where the term yellow dog Democrat comes from.
Oh, okay.
So any thoughts if y'all read this or saw it on the news or watched the show?
I watched the show the other day.
And what Killer Mike had said, and whether he had valid points on how, because he support Warnock and Ossoff, and he supported Stacey over Brian, but then, he gave great praises to Brian Kemp the other day. So what say you?
Who want to go first?
Go ahead.
I knock it out. Place.
I will say this, Brian Kemp is not a bad governor, and after what Stacey did down here, I would vote for Brian Kemp before I vote for Stacey ever again in my life. And honestly, get ready for Senator Brian Kemp to show up in your homes in 3 more years. What? 2 or 3 years?
I think what's interesting, what you just said, you have to realize Brian Kemp to me remind me of Lester Maddox, because everyone thought Lester Maddox was gonna go in there and matter of fact turn the hands of time all the way back to the 30s and the 40s with his mentality, with the axe handle. But guess what he was? He was what we're trying to say? A change of, somebody help me with the word.
Change agent.
Yes. And what he did, he appointed more blacks and put them in key position in the state of Georgia than any other governor. Still to this day, he holds that distinction. And Brian Kemp first ran in the primaries, had the guns, the rifle, had the young man on there, and then he won the primary to get to that point. He served his audience, who viewing people who he wanted. When he ran one-on-one, you saw no gun commercial. Then he won that election. I think Brian Kemp, in my honest opinion, is going to run for senator.
Yeah.
But he's the second coming of Lester Maddox. he have done a lot for progressive blacks. And I'm just telling you what's happening. I study politics, and he disassociated himself with Donald Trump. Because he thinks Donald Trump is a lunatic.
Well, and this is what I think about Killer Mike and what his comments were on The View, because I listened to him, and he said, you know, I've done a lot to get Democrats elected, you know, but over the years, and he supported Stacey Abrams. But when this is the person in the seat, in order for you to have your issues heard, sometimes you have to sit down with them, and that's what's not being done in the House right now. You know, here they keep talking about the fact that they want, oh, well, we can't pass a bill on Israel or Ukraine until we get a good border bill. But then they're shutting down the border bill just because of politics. They don't want to actually work with those people across the aisle like it used to be back in the days when you could get some nonpartisan bills, because everybody went to Washington wanting to work, you know, wanting to do the work. And now, no matter where you go, from your city hall to your state building to Congress and Congress buildings, you don't see people wanting to work like that together anymore. And Killer Mike gave a perfect example of, you know, what it means to be, I'm going to work with whoever is in the chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I respect that.
I guess because Killer Mike's trying to look at one thing. He see economics. He said, if you're going to bring economics, it's going to make a difference. Two things make a difference, and they both start with E's: education and economic. Those two driving force make a different period in society, because you got economic, you can do something, you can grow, you can do things. You got education, you know how to do it and be able to do it well. Those are the two key, I think.
And while everybody else is, you know, I mean, you're probably not going to get everything you want, but you have to go in there acting like you got some sense and you know, give some type of, you know, have a little bit of influence, you know.
Right.
Because kicking against the prick only makes your foot bloody. That's in the Bible. Look it up. You know.
That's real.
Come on. Y'all got
well, I'm gonna say this. Brian Kemp gave me an award. So
remember.
Brian Kemp took a picture with me, my mom, and everybody like that.
Really?
Yeah, I remember. He was cheesing like this here too.
What the heck?
What the hell?
Yeah.
He was cheesing, man. I'm talking about he was cheesing his butt off that day. Go ahead, Jamal.
And I was going to say this. Even with all that right there, Brian Kemp is an issue. Because I'm going to say just like this, who are the people that have been appointed to some of these positions right now? Sonny Perdue. Who's in charge of that? Brian Kemp. And Sonny Perdue is not looking out for the best interests of us. Look at the issues that's going on. When we talk about the Hyundai plan and all that, where is that coming from? Yes, I'm going to say, yes, somebody might be wonderful for me and may have had that moment. But that does not mean that that's all of it. Because I say, if I hold other Black people accountable for what they have done in the past and say you can't rest on your laurels, guess what? Then I better be doing that for Caucasians and non-Black folks also. So Brian Kemp, guess what? The point of people. Now, I'm going to throw it out there. You know, you brought about Lester Maddox. Lester Maddox appointed black folks to positions.
He did.
Thomas Jefferson had a relationship with Benjamin Banneker, but then he also abused Sally Hemings and everybody else and all the other black folks we had who made him wealthy. But then Lester Maddox, even when they say, even up until 2001, he said it's about preserving his race. So I just gonna say, I look at.
No, I'm not saying he was.
Oh no, stop! I'm talking. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there because I'm about to go and say Donald Trump. We got black folks right now. They supporting Donald Trump. Guess what? Trump appointed judges that are now basically knocking our rights out. So I go and say we can go and say what this Caucasian person did for that moment in time, and I'm gonna say this right here because I've heard people go and say right here in Savannah that I'm gonna back up when Keisha, Alicia, and Bernetta first got on city council and they were advocating for us. I had black women who got organizations here in the city of Savannah. They saying to me on a Saturday afternoon, like they need to stop being down there fussing. We don't need them down there fussing. We need them to do such and such and so and so. We need them to work with the people because now guess what happened? They not get monies from those people that they was basically kissing their behinds up. So they not get the monies, but they only speak up for the people. So I'm like saying, yo, sometimes we better be speaking out because we are the conscious, we are the souls of what's going on. And that people like Kemp and others, and I understand Killer Mike them saying, you know what, we wouldn't have to worry about some of that if we get out the vote right now. If we get out the vote, we ain't got to sweat none of that right there. Then they know we are forced. They understand that sometimes we kiss it behind. Ice Cube and other people talk about that type of stuff, what they got to go do. You ain't got to go do that. But guess what? You don't want to put it out there. You got a larger forum to put it out there with regards to that. You got the media, you got all that right there. But then we still sit silent about it. Not to discount what the work they're doing. But I'm like saying, yo, sometimes we make excuses for not standing up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no,
that's real.
You know, you got all valid point, but if you're gonna give history, you give the rest of it. I was saying what took place. He did put a lot of blacks in place, and we didn't think he would do none of that because he was wielding the axe handle and he ran on a racist issue. That's what I was just presenting. He just surprised everyone in all the key appointments he made across the state of Georgia. I didn't care if he said he loved his race. That was great you added that, but you got to tell what he did do. He did put blacks in places.
I acknowledge that. Yeah. I said, yes, he did that, but I then also said that Benjamin Banneker did stuff for Thomas Jefferson. And Jefferson was still virulently racist, and then he caused Sally Hemings' brother to commit suicide. And then,
no. I know you went really deep on it. I'm just giving you. Right. I was just saying what took place, and I said that's who Bryce Kemp remind me of, and what he's trying to do because he gonna need a percentage of black people to get elected senator against Warnock. So
no, he ain't gonna run against Warnock. He gonna Charlie. Let me break it down for you. Hold on, Charlie. I'm gonna give you the secret. Charlie, Mr. Brown.
I'm about to say John also.
Mr. Brown, no, I'm about to give you the secret. Also running for governor. You heard it here first.
And he will not win.
Well,
you heard it here second.
You heard it here first.
So he's not gonna run for Senate again?
You heard it here first.
That's interesting.
No way.
Because I ain't getting running for governor either, not right now.
I don't think he's gonna run for governor.
I'm telling you what I heard, not what I know. I don't know that match, but that's
We'll see it. Anybody else got anything on this Killer Mike and what's going on in the party?
No, but he's trying to cater to him because he gonna need a percentage of blacks to do Kemp for whatever he need to do.
Well, they all got some work to do because they all have not done what they were supposed to do in this community. So they all have work to do.
That's right.
And I'm talking about everybody: Warnock, Ossoff, and Kemp.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at least they got an answer back from Kemp. Warnock and Ossoff didn't answer. So there are some things that they didn't address and they should have, and it's something that their constituents brought up. and you have to look at it on its merits and see whether it was worthy of the fight and the advocacy that they should have put on or the weeping time. And when you got people that are pissed with you because you didn't and you ignored them, then it's a problem. I can't support neither one of them. Neither one can call me because when I called them, they didn't answer. So why would I answer?
You talking about Warner and also
any influence I might have?
Well, Nikema too. Nikema jacked up too.
It won't be displayed to with any vigor to help, not by Julius Hall.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Brown. Now you know when Daniel, if Warnock and Ossoff won, Daniel and I should have won. So I ain't got nothing to do with Nikema.
Correct.
Nikema need to go sit herself down. All she wants, she thinks she the next John Lewis, and she ain't doing nothing. Leave that left. All she do. Let me hush. I'm gonna stop right there because I'm trying to be nice.
That's correct. You're correct.
I'm trying to be covered in the blood of Jesus.
You're correct.
Amen.
I ain't about to say what I want to say because I won't even go.
Amen. That's all I'm gonna say, people.
Anybody got anything else?
Oh, Ray trying to make me get out of character.
Anybody got anything else?
Speak it, brother. Speak it.
No, it ain't.
Okay, now because we're gonna go to this last subject, and this last subject,
don't go back to
I know it's gonna take us about 20 minutes on this last subject, and then we're not gonna labor anybody too long. We're gonna get out of here. Like Charlie Brown already preached tonight. Sandra was talking about you also, Charlie. I got to tell you, I ain't a
She sure was. Sure was. I'm glad you called up.
To be honest with you, if it helped give clarity on something, I'm fine by it because they talked about Jesus Christ and that happened over 3,000 years ago.
And I poured out clarity.
She's bad upon you. She's bad upon you. I'm telling you what she did now. I was there.
I definitely put out some clarity. You know. So.
She said that if she ever needed prayer, she don't know whether she'll call you first.
I'm about to fire. She's gonna get fired Saturday. Y'all wait. Y'all said I'm gonna fire.
All I can say, the circle be unbroken, Lord, by and by. I've been down to the valley, and the valley was so low, a snake like you couldn't crawl on your belly.
You're a snake lady.
Sandra, he's learning
you for like a
he is. I mean, he went in the Bible class like 6 times.
I've been in the valley, and I'm among snakes, so I have to be mindful because they can bite you anytime. God said, keep your foot out the toes of the devil's mouth. And now. I'm looking at him staring at me now.
And guess
Nothing
what?
but devils.
What you gonna do now? She ain't got nothing to say.
I ain't doing that, man.
She ain't got nothing to say.
I ask the Almighty God, I say, God, try to heal this country, heal this nation. And how can you heal him when you got, look at the snakes. Look at him. Look at him. One rubbing his hand.
They're about to fall off the doggone thing. Look at him.
How about that one up in that corner with the orange on?
No, I'll be perfect on the one that's the orange. Fine young man, he just have difficult times. He have difficult times just trying to get things done and put some clarity on it.
He misunderstood. Is he misunderstood or something?
Must be.
That could be it. Fine young man, please.
What'd you say, Jamal?
I was just going to ask you, Mr. Brown, are they snakes or are they serpents? Are they serpents or are they snakes?
She's a snake.
It don't make any difference. I'm gonna tell you why. Because most people condemn serpents as snakes in the first place. So don't you try to put your PhD on me or nothing else. You don't try. Because most of the people who gonna look at this show gonna think of them snakes anyhow. So what else you want to say? You go, it's you?
Don't
I didn't realize it
come
was
from him
you.
unless he sent for you.
I should have put some clarity on
No,
that.
it's also
You know,
well, no, what I was doing, some people don't realize I'm also a minister. Most people don't realize that I'm a minister. I became a minister back in 1992. So, but I don't throw that out there. But yeah, I'll just bring out the spiritual side. That's all. It was just because I was saying that Mr. Brown, because I feel you. I see where you're going at. That's the path that you're on right now. So that's why I was just saying there's one brother to another brother. That's why I was
doing. But a lot of people do get it mixed up.
I respect and love. See, unlike the heathen that's next to you, Mr. Brown. Oops, I didn't mean to say that.
Julius, that was a dirty swamp. Heathen.
So you became a minister back in when?
92.
When they were giving, that's when they went to bubblegum machine.
And I should have my sister. It was a group of us, a group of alphas. That's what we did. Yes.
Oh, I knew it had something to do with that.
We thought they would be able to bridge something, but we realized we couldn't bridge it because it is too entrenched. It is too intransient mentalities with some of them. They can't do it. So yeah.
Robert said that's when they were giving them out in the bubblegum machine.
Julius, that's when he was approached by said mayor to do a same-sex
marriage. Who's that picture behind him? Bring that picture back up. We want to see that picture behind him.
Oh, Lord Jesus, have mercy.
Who's that picture behind you, Jamal? Tell us before we get into our last subject, who that is.
That is me on the Haitian Monument.
And where's the Haitian Monument located?
Franklin Square, right? The city market.
That is you, Jamal.
The city market and First African Baptist Church. That was because I, along with Alderman Clifton Jones, Mayor Floyd Adams, the late Mayor Floyd Adams.
That's correct.
Richard Shinholster. Michael Brown, when Michael Brown was sensible, I don't know what happened to Michael Brown. I'll tell you that. Brian Gore, Assistant City Manager Brian Gore, Scott Smith, and Preston Russell. That when we were the ones that helped brought the monument with a delegation of 8 of us in the city who helped brought the Haitian Monument with the Haitian American Historical Society. And so I was honored with regards to being one of the
They tied you right in there.
Representing as a historian. So yeah, because I remember going to Miami and we were down in Miami and the Haitians were doing a celebration down there and Mayor Adams said, Jamal, do something. I'm like, Mayor Adams, I'm that, And so I went and did something because Mayor Adams told me to go and do it. And the Haitians came back and came over to us. It's like, he Haitian? Mayor Adams like, nah, he one of us. And they were like, you a Black American? I'm like, yeah. So that's why the Haitians began to understand. Like, listen, he know our history better than we know our history. And so
you're not Cubano African American. You're not.
Mayor Adams was doing that to help them understand. I'm not one of y'all. I am Cubano American.
Mayor Adams was actually what's the word, Jamal? He was very instrumental in getting that statue put up, and Jamal worked with him, was involved in that. And at that time, Floyd Adams invited me to everything with him. I used to sit with his table with him and stuff like that. And I'll tell you what's else interesting. Look at the one on River Street. That's Reverend Tillman. They made it in the image of Tillman. You look at it real good. It looks just like Tillman.
Some of the figures on
River Street. Right? All get out.
The historic monument. Look at how sleek it looks, just like Tillman.
It's not Reverend Tillman.
You might say it was Tillman, but I'm telling you, it look like him.
Right? No, it's not.
Take a picture of it. I can tell you whether it's Tillman.
We were everybody in Savannah.
Like Jamal.
A lot of people. Well, we know Jamal was there. We knew that. And then later on, when we look at Tillman, Tillman was instrumental in helping getting that down on River Street. So it's a likeness of Tillman. Look at it the next time you look at it.
Which one?
The one behind the city hall.
Which one is it?
The Black historic figure with the
Oh, look
chain
at
on
Joe
the ankle
Biden.
and the calves.
Sleepy Joe.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and clarify. The mother that's on the monument for the African American Family Monument, that's Dr. Abigail Jordan. The children are the children of Reverend Greg Eason, and his daughter, in fact, passed away, and the father is me. And the picture was taken by Dorothy Spradley at St. Philip AME on West Broad Street. What happened, the monument got changed because it was so to represent the family when they came right out of captivity, when they were pulling it together. But I'll go and share this with y'all. This is something that Sandra, you remember Modibo Kadali. Modibo, when I did a tour with them and somebody asked a question on the tour, they said, why did it look like that? Why are they in that modern dress? And
Right.
Modibo said, this is what happened when you stop going to meetings. So what happened, the people who were early on with Dr. Jordan about that, the person who was with her when she first had a press conference about it was Jamal Touré. I was with her. It was just she and I, only Dr. Jordan and I. We were the only ones right down there. Later on, the committee then came up. So we were part of it. And so some of us stopped going to the meetings. Why did we stop going to the meetings? Because Dr. Jordan, I'm just going to be frank with you, started having attitudes because she felt that some of us, I'm going to say this, some people felt that it should not have been a Caucasian woman to be the sculptor. Dorothy
Correct.
I agree with that.
Jordan was the one to push the issue about that. And so some of us, because I gave her the sister who was at SCAD, I gave her Obana Mosi, but she was like, nah, I'm going with that right here. People like looking like, yo. Then she tried to tell us that we were scared of Lester Johnson. That's why we don't want to come through. I'm like, Lester ain't got nothing to do with us not coming. We got other stuff we're doing. So I stopped going to the meetings. And so that's how it is. And so even at times, Dr. Jordan, what she did, because she was like, that's up there, right? I'm like, yeah. But Dr. Jordan was disrespecting me and my tour company because she was supporting other people that I'm like saying, yo, I was the one with you. So again, you talking about I don't forget. No, I don't forget. And guess what? If you want some verification on it, Vonette Good Walker can verify it. And said, yeah. And she's like, but that's you up there. I'm like, yeah, but you're not supporting my business. You around here supporting other people. You telling me that because I started a tour company that I'm going against your boy. I'm like, what the hell? So that's what I said.
So you're saying that image is you too as well?
Yeah, that's why. So that's why when I'm talking about,
but again, I'm saying people, you might know in the first inside few people, but most people say it was Tillman. I'm telling you now, but I'm hearing another story.
No, other people are going to say it's Reverend Greg Eason. But you know what the deal is? People know because Vonette and others are going to tell you, even when I do tours, there's a brother down there, a Caucasian brother down there. He going to tell people, he say, Jamal will never tell y'all that's him up there. You know why I don't do that? Because I don't particularly like that monument. And so now let me go and tell you. So the background on it too, as was heard what I said, they were not supposed to be in contemporary dress. But what happened in the meeting, so I'm gonna go back. Somebody else who knows about it, Marilyn Jackson, because when they did the unveiling, I looked at the monument at the unveiling, and I'm like, Marilyn, what happened? And Marilyn called it out. She said, y'all stop coming to the meetings. And Marilyn then called out the name of the person. She said, this minister, she said, he went and said, that's not us. And so they went and changed the dress. So that's why they put it right back, because I had a suit on that day. That's why I with the shirt and the tie. That was all that. But then I said, they did something stupid. And the most stupid thing, even when I have tours and we down on River Street, even today, even yesterday, people are like, why they got to change there? I said, because that's stupidity. When you disconnect from your story, you don't know your story. And so they left it changed. I say, so what are young Black people supposed to think about that right there? That their history only begins in captivity. But again, the minister who made the motion for that is still around right now today. And guess what? I don't bother them about it. Because I'm like saying, yep, but I tell everybody about stupidity. That's why people know. Bonnet and others know they're going to tell you, that's Jamal up there. But Jamal don't never say nothing about it because that's not a monument I'm even proud of.
I'm with you, but I'm with you. I'm with you and I hear you. But again, at 100%, we know the Haitian, that was you. We know that. I mean, everyone who knew about it. Bobby Adams did all the brick mason around it. I don't know if you know Bobby Adams. No, I did all the brickwork around it. You see all the red brick, Julius?
Right.
Bobby Adams did all the brickwork around the foundation. That's Bobby Adams' work.
You said one more time.
I'm telling you, we heard
it
twice.
No,
we know it.
No, I said it twice just to put.
No, you said 5 times. 5 times.
No, I'll say it again. Bobby Adams. No, people had no idea because his name is nowhere to be found because he did the foundation, and a lot of people didn't know that. What Jamal just say, and the rumor I heard on the circle where I come from, people were saying it was in the image of Tillman, and that's what they were saying.
You tell us that one more time. I know something.
Straighten it out. I hear your point of view.
All right.
See, those knuckleheads right there don't know nothing. When you don't know nothing, when you don't know nothing, that's how you respond.
No, we know that. We know that because you told us 7 times.
No, stupidity. That's why
Brown.
We know because you kept telling us. Damn it, we don't need
Mr. Brown. People don't know stuff for 2 reasons. Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown.
I wasn't talking about
Mr. Brown. People don't know stuff for 2 reasons. What's the 2 reasons? What's the reason?
The reason is Robert and Julius. Two jackasses.
You just like that dang Chandra.
2 jackasses.
I'm trying to be on your side.
We got to get to the last.
I'm on your side.
Mr. Brown, don't let them take you off of where you're going. You on a pathway. Don't let them take you off your path, Mr. Brown.
I've never been.
I want to thank you, Sandra. You was right, Sandra. Sandra, you was right.
All I was trying to do.
Oh hell no, y'all dirty
ass. I say Bobby Adams twice. Because I thought it was that 3 times or 4 times. It don't make no difference. I'm saying he did the foundation, but he did a good job on the bricks and stuff. That's what I wanted to give the black man credit. Jackasses and the third jackass.
I'll be on the house. Guess what I'm call.
Where are you at right now?
Guess what I'm call?
All in the back of the church, acting like a heathen.
Ooh, my Lord.
That's all I can say.
All right.
Jesus take the wheel.
You know, just well, that's why blacks don't get nothing done.
That's right. It's
too many like you. He just said Dr. Abigail, she was the Lone Ranger because she just did everything to turn everyone off. And he knows she did.
And that's how she do. That's how she do.
All right.
Can we go on to the last subject, Julia?
Last subject. Canceling Orange Crush.
What?
As y'all know, the mayor and council of Tybee Island says that they want to cancel this event that they hold yearly on the beach during spring break for black college students. And lately it has gotten out of hand a little. This kids having fun, but they've been canceling it at a bunch of the beaches across the country. So we're going to have our discussion for the last 15 minutes on what impact this has on this event and what should be done. There was a bunch of questions I asked y'all on there that y'all can look at your phone or whatever. And let's see if we can answer those questions and get out of here.
Well, I don't know about the phone, but first and foremost, Tybee can only run Tybee. They can't run Savannah Beach. Savannah Beach, they have to come through the state of Georgia. That's who runs Savannah Beach. Now, they had to get permission. They can't shut down a state beach just because they want to shut it down. Now, somebody from the state got to give them, or the governor got to give them permission. A lot of people don't know that. That's why the Georgia State Patrol always come down to the Tybee Pier, because Tybee belongs to the state, not to the city of Tybee.
That's true.
Education. So, boy, you gave us something I did not know.
Yes. You didn't know that, Julius?
That was the process. No, I didn't know that was the process.
Yes.
And I appreciate you educating and enlightening us all, Mr. Brown. We appreciate it.
And this is the other thing. So last year, what they did as a distraction is they told all of the businesses to close their doors, and to close their doors, and which, okay, well, y'all can do that. But all of this, we can see you, Tybee Island. This is racially motivated, because when you have the pirate crawl and the water fest and everybody,
the bum beach party,
and everybody spilling down to Tybee from St. Patrick's Day and everything, and it's a whole thing. And you have just as many drunken, pissy, nasty white folk as you do young, misguided, fighting, twerking, raunchy.
Why you had to throw twerking in there, bro?
Well, because that's what they do. They're doing what college age people do. But you cannot say that on those squares that the 40-somethings and the 50-somethings, McGee's and McGuh's and everything else's that you can think of that are Irish are doing things that are college age. They just being natural bone iggers. And whether they white iggers or whether they white or whether they black, but mostly they are white at all of those events. But if you don't shut your doors for them, but then when Orange Crush come, you got to shut your doors. You got to pull down your blinds and act like there's a full-blown takeover when you could just simply say, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to protect the people. This is how we're going to manage. The same way the city of Savannah has done for years and years and years, and taken our money and manage the crowds. Period.
Wow.
So F them.
All right. Next.
Wow.
Next.
Oh, wow. Everybody see y'all.
Well, do you think that they need to make them get more insurance? And why isn't the event more organized so that there can be somebody who is held accountable for putting the event on? Should it be a price? Should it be a price that they have for an event area so that they could charge, so that they can take care of some of the costs for cleaning up? Or I mean, what is it? I mean, St. Patrick's Day, do they do any of the pay for security, or do they pay for the cleanup? I mean, those are things that need to be understood.
Look at the budget, Julie.
Let me say this, Chandra. Let me say, this is my thing. Leave them children alone. Let them children have fun. As long as ain't nobody getting shot, ain't no sand thrown through the air, leave them children alone. At the end of the day, it's an economic impact. They spending money.
That's the problem, Robert.
Leave them damn children alone. The problem is, they ain't got nothing to do with their life. Y'all, listen here. Leave them children alone.
That's the problem, Robert, is that they have had too many shootings down there for some reason. We have to take responsibility and I'm talking about the college kids. I'm talking about the college kids go down there. We just can't let them be reckless. I'm saying that's what's happening, and that's putting it part of it. They get down there and they do have fights after fight. I'm not saying white, evidently don't report it, but black people got killed. Some of the people, Jewish, the boy from Yamacross Sky, he got killed down there. About 2-3 years later again, somebody else got killed down there.
But Charlie,
if you walk around, you're gonna find out.
Charlie, how many y'all remember? It used to be signs up, and I know y'all remember this. that said, "Watch for falling scared students."
You so damn serious.
I remember.
Y'all remember that?
I remember.
Because every time St. Patrick's would come or any other drinking fest, scared students was jumping off of stuff.
Right.
Did we close down the boardwalk? Did we close down the high-story buildings and stuff to keep the scared students from jumping out the windows because they were idiots? No.
No, they did not.
We just, you know, we made it into a cute little meme and kept it moving.
Son, it's right back to what y'all was saying earlier about it's a different. When you do it, it's a complete different.
Yeah.
Okay. And we trying to not play into that, but that's what the issue is. They're not treating us the same. They treating us way different. If the name of the thing was the beach bum party, I don't know if we say that right or not, but the beach bum party. I mean, parade and stuff. I don't have no answer for it, Julius, other than I just don't have no answer.
Leave them children alone. Let them have.
Well, the thing is this: Robert, they got to be able to have the right type of security out there.
No, I agree with you there.
Yeah. I would say leave them alone also.
Yeah.
But it does need security, I think, so that the kid would have that in their head that I need to act right.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know what you showed me, Julius, one time on a picture from out there? The guy with the big old pistol on the pier.
That was you. That was you.
Julius showed me that.
That was
and
you,
I say, it wasn't no need for the big old pistol on the pier.
That was you.
No, Robert, I'm serious. Julius showed me this picture that showed me what was taking place out on the beach.
Y'all know I saw Jamal Touré at Freaknik before he go.
But why don't they? Before you go, Jamal, I'm on because I want to give you the bigger say because you wrote a whole dissertation on this morning.
You wrote about you wrote about Freaknik.
So I want to, and I want you to answer this, Jamal. Since you know some of the kids and the organizers,
like Melissa with all your degrees and things.
Why isn't it organized a little better? And why don't they petition to get an area for them to be in so that they can charge to get in it, so they can offset some of the costs, so that they can be a organized event? And should they be required to get insurance? Should they be required to? I don't know. What are the responsibilities of the organizers? And that's what I would need you to clear up in your sayings.
Well, I'll start with this right here. My nephew Quasi contacted me because he, like other people, when they saw the information, I told him, I said the stuff had been out even this weekend about that, what the mayor Tybee was saying. And we got to understand a part of Tybee is tied to racism. And that's why I say sometimes we don't like to go and talk about that. People talking race card. No, it's the reality. It ain't about no race card. It's about the reality. And so that has come into play. And so what has happened, Judy, when you asked the question, that what happened, Orange Crush has basically not to become something that's an organized event that somebody's putting on. It's just not, it's that day. It's just like, hey, it's St. Patrick's Day. It's that people don't necessarily always have events on 4th of July. So people are going to just do things. And so that's why when they go and throw the cast on Orange Crush, it's not tied to an organized entity. And so, yes, what is needed, like I told Quasi, if somebody want to go and do it, if you want to have promoters to come and do it, and that there were some brothers who wanted to do it, but then also they were met with some resistance by Tybee. And so some of them began to shy away from that. But then I go back in time. When I talk about the history of it, Orange Crush started out as a Pan-African celebration. It got started by Dr. Ifikon Simon and Kenneth Flo at Savannah State. They did activities that under the Student Government Association. They started doing it. They started Thursday, Friday, Saturday would be the beach celebration because they had speakers come in on that Thursday and that Friday, and then on Sunday they do a beach cleanup. That's what happened. Later on, Savannah State then says, "All right, we don't want to have because it all comes down to about liability." They were like, "Student government, we don't want y'all involved." And so now what happened? Because now you have that entity now out of it. So student government, Savannah State, no longer involved in it per se. So you have private people not doing things, and so it began to occur. But then I gotta say this: even when you had none of this right here, you had helicopters going over the place on the beach, going over when you traveling on 80 to go out there. They had criminalized us from the very beginning. Because I'm gonna say I was one of the people going out there, and I'm like looking up there, and I go say Nadja Enzi, we're looking like, why the hell they got all this out here for us? And it wasn't even anything. There was no violence going on. They have systematically and continue to promote Orange Crush being violent. So then, of course, what then happens? You create this environment there that now you do have some things that happen, but then you have some of this happening for St. Patrick's Day. You have to have for the beach bums, the pirate celebration. All of that still goes on, but nobody says anything about it. But you criminalize Black folks and Black folks gatherings. And so now you then go and try to turn it and twist it into that we're so violent. So yes, Julius, what you were saying, and like I told Quasi, I said that if the city of Tybee really want to say make this venue something that's wonderful for people of color, then they'll work with the folks. But instead, they are not working because it's an old guard at Tybee who still want Tybee to be the hosties and all of them. And I'm not slamming the hosties per se, but it's the hosties and the other people who have been out there for a long time. That mentality that Tybee belongs to them as Caucasians. And that Black folks, because just like when I was out there Saturday, I said, y'all know some Tybee ain't called no Tybee. It was called Savannah Beach. Y'all know they don't. They not change it because it's become their baby, and that's what they're still trying to maintain. Mm-hmm. And as I told Quasi, now, do we have some culpability? We have some absolute culpability in this right here because you got people who said that they were going to organize the events and didn't organize the events. But then you have people who want to do the events, and then you got the folks from Tybee now working against the people and being adversarial as opposed to trying to work with these young people that have organized events. Because I'm like, everybody's culpable in this right here, but you want to throw it all over on the African Americans, young people with regards to that. Now, they did go and say what happened to, like with other events, they say it's no longer just a collegiate event, but you got people coming from all over. And I'm like, yeah, that's correct. But you still go and criminalize everybody. And that what Tybee needs to do, because they don't do this for everybody else, then I'm like, yo, y'all need to get it together. And when I say get it together, you need to be working with the people. But instead, when that mayor said what he said, again, that's what he's talking about. It's just a pure absolute racism.
Well, Tybee was actually, the name was absent. It always was. We just associate Savannah Beach with the city, and they got sick and tired of it. Right. But that actually the name. Actually the name of the beach. The beach is Savannah Beach. Right. That's the name of the beach.
Right.
And Tybee just got tired of people identifying everything with Savannah Beach, and they say no, we're a city. So
I think that it needs to be organized. I think that there needs to be a security. Tybee could have did something before they canceled it. They could have put in a security system with cameras to show. It's an invasion of privacy probably, but it's the beach. It's the state beach. They could have put cameras all along the beach so make people see that if you do something wrong, you will be held accountable for it. Do what you want to do out here. But they was having sex all on the beach. They were fighting. You had teenage kids out there that were going crazy for some damn reason.
Hold on,
John. It needed to be patrolled better. It needed to be policed a little bit better. That's all it is. Let these kids have fun. If you can't have fun and the police there, then there's something wrong. What you going out there for? You going out there? They had one thing where they had a boxing match where the kids was boxing the hell out of each other. it was a little craziness going on, and those things cause fights where it escalates into a bigger degree of violence. So, it's just a lot that needs to be done. And those kids need to work with the community. Dr. Torre knows where he can get help to do that. Even if all of us was to go out there with yellow shirts on saying that we're there as chaperones, for the event, and then we get 100 of us to go out there to help out. That would even be better. I don't know. Something needs to be done.
No, that's all I was saying is that we have to take responsibility. I wasn't just talking about us. I'm talking about we as the people going out of that. Now, you're telling me Orange Crush originally started in Savannah that spread everywhere else? Or I'm asking, because what you were saying sounded like it originated here in Savannah. That's what you were saying?
Yeah, I'm saying Orange Crush started in Savannah, Georgia, at Savannah State University. It was
and then spread around.
And actually, see, because that's what I want. You cannot cancel Orange Crush. It is a day that people go and just say, hey, be Orange Crush. So what we tend to think, now why people try to get it all twisted, as if Orange Crush is always an organized activity. No, Orange Crush it's a day. Just like, excuse me, not that I advocate this. Just like y'all know what's going to happen on 420 across the entire United States is called 420 Day. People going to be smoking marijuana. So that is not, it's not, again, it is a day that people going to say, hey, this is what we're going to celebrate. And people going to go to the beach. So even if they don't have an organized a group that's involved in it, it's still going to happen.
Have Orange Crush for them.
Everybody goes. It's just like whatever day we go. Julius Hall said that January 10th is a holiday, is something like that. Somebody else say January 9th is a holiday. It's going to happen. But what Tybee did, Tybee criminalized everything, and then when the people who some of them want to try to work on having organized events, they were shying away from it. So Charlie, what then occurred, that was a part of why people then say, hey, we're going to go to Myrtle Beach, we're going to go to Jacksonville, we're going to go to Miami, we're going to go to these other places like that. Because again, you had Georgia, them trying to say, we want to do some stuff, but getting pushed aside, pushed around by Tybee. And so, yes, what happened? You got the liability. And some people are saying, hey, I don't have the funding to get the insurance for the liability. But that in and of itself does not mean that's Orange Crush. I mean, that they are in charge of Orange Crush. It is now in the minds of people today that people celebrate that third weekend in Savannah as Orange Crush, just like what it used to be Black College Day, because that's what they had in Daytona, Black College Day reunion. So people doing that, and so that's what has happened. So and I would tell people sometimes all of us get confused. Now, a lot of us get confused about saying, "Oh, we got organized Orange Crush activities." I'm like, Orange Crush, even if nobody go and say we put on Orange Crush, people still gonna go to that beach on that because that has now become become a part of it. And but then guess what's gonna happen? They still gonna criminalize us. And so now it goes to the other side so you criminalize us, and then again, and we don't have, say, responsible people involved. And guess what? Some of them city council members and the mayor Tybee ain't that responsible for us. You had others that were more concerned about trying to do right by us, but then some of them are not concerned. It's about still criminalizing us, and they're the ones that are going to say, hey, don't go and have your business open. Now, I'll share this with you. I told some of them last year, I said, guess what the deal is? Y'all need to go out to the beach. But what you do, you don't spend no money at the beach. You come
Not
back.
a damn dime.
I said, and when you come back, you got to get gas. Go to Shepherd Brothers. This is what I told them. You go to Shepherd Brothers and get y'all gas. I said, you didn't go get your food from restaurants that are owned by us, businesses owned by us. You don't spend no money with none of them on Tybee. Because my thing always like, well, I must go to a place and spend money with people that don't like me. I said, you're going to show them. I said, so I told them, I said, you're going to do that. You go out there, but don't spend no money with them. And see, that's what Jewish also like that. That's why I said that education part got to come in, where we got to educate our people, let them know, like, yo, still, you have a right to be at the beach. That's our beach. Your people pay for the beach. We own that beach too. So we have a right to be there, not to criminalize us. They don't do that with St. Patrick's Day and them drunks out there having sex and all that stuff, because Georgia Southern, Armstrong, and SCAD all have their beach activities too. But you don't hear none about none of that stuff like that.
Well,
but then also, Memorial Day weekend comes up. Guess what? You see all the cars going out there, and most of the people don't look like us. You don't hear nothing about none of that stuff. And they be out there doing the same thing with the drugs, with the alcohol, underage drinking. None of that is criminalized. But guess what? For black folks, you got to have all this right here on us. And so I'm going to say, yo, don't spend your money with them people out there. Spend your money with black businesses in Chatham County, anywhere in Chatham County. You go to hotels, go to Airbnbs owned by us. You go to restaurants owned by us and spend your money with them.
And would it be in, and to your point, Jesus, there used to be a time, we need to take it back old school, because there used to be a time when we couldn't go in to the 5 and 10 and get any food and all this type of stuff. We knew to take our food with us.
Yes.
Take a cooler.
Yeah.
Take everything you wanted with you.
That's right.
And even take your gas. Go to Shepherd's Brother before you even leave.
That's
put
right.
Put $10 in a gas can. Fill up your car and then put $10 in a gas can, and that'll get you back. And you eat. Y'all have a picnic out there. I don't ever buy anything when I'm out at Tybee Island, because I know y'all don't care about me and my black family. I can cook. Yeah. I know how to cook.
Well, ain't nothing on Tybee for us to buy. And
that nasty ass food.
They had to tell you to close.
Bland food.
Y'all gonna talk while I talk all the time?
I'm sorry.
You're killing me.
I'm sorry, baby.
But ain't nothing out there for us to buy. They closed the shops because the kids weren't going to spend nothing in those shops anyway. We don't buy that kind of stuff. It's not beach. It's not African American friendly on that island. It's not. There's nothing for us to buy. Y'all need to wrap it up as quick as you can, Mr. Jamal, because we got to get out of here.
Oh no, I was gonna say, there's stuff for them to buy because they're buying food stuff, and that's why some of the businesses last year they talked about how they sold out. They sold out. So I might say yes to this stuff. That's why. You're right. Imagine if they went to Shepherd Brothers, Georgie will sell out of gas and sell out of food and all the other stuff like that. Imagine that. Imagine them go to Kim's Cafe and they getting all that stuff. They take that out there. Imagine what that would be, the economic engine that would be for us. All those black folks coming into the city, and it's not just young people, it's older people too, coming to the city. Imagine what that would be like for us. That would be a Black Dollar Day for real. But guess what? We ain't thinking like that. But that's why I told Quace and the rest of them last year, I said, that's what y'all need to be doing. That way, our people in general, not to say that they went out there, but that's a Black Dollar Day for us. That Orange Crush should be a Black Dollar Day for us. Orange Crush should be a Black Dollar Day for us. And that's all I say on that, Overseer.
You're absolutely correct, because we, if you're out there and it's that crowded, you're going to find some place to go into to buy and to purchase items and sodas and ice and everything else while you're out there. So you're gonna and those restaurants. You're absolutely correct. I just don't go out there on the day that I go out there and I don't see nothing that I want to go out there and be around. It's not my cup of tea. But anyway, we need to see how we can organize this and help these kids out.
Let me respond to Sandra. I think what she said, pack up stuff, tailgating, that what you see, what you know it of today, we invented tailgating. And the reason why, during even the 20s and the 30s, we had no place to take nothing. So in the morning time, we used to get up, open the trunk of the cars up with water and stuff, and eat what we got from the trunk of the car. So tailgating really was invented by Black people about survival. They do the same thing, shut down the shops in Myrtle Beach. the bikers was telling me, several of them say, when the black bikers come to town, the white bikers come, they leave it all open. And all the races, they leave everything open. But when the black bikers come to town, over 80% of all the shops closed down. There's something wrong with that. I don't know what race is going on. They just say it ain't for you. We don't appreciate you. We don't want your dollar. So
well, I think that they should work with these kids some kind of way. They could have worked with them and say, hey, we before we close you down, we need you to say, okay, well, this is what you need to do. You need to organize this. We're going to put this area from 7th Street to 5th Street. This is what it is. This is where you can charge to get in this event. Let's fence it off. Let's see how we can get this thing done. And you all get wristbands from the inner back into the gate to the party area.
I don't think
you have a great time.
I don't think you can do that to a state beach like that, Joey. I'm just saying. I don't think you can do it like that. But I hear where you're coming from.
Well, they can have a party out there where they can charge. They can have that. There's some kind of way something can be worked out, even if they get it for that one day for that event.
Well, I think
from the state of Georgia.
I still think it's about races. They're not a black representative city council, so I don't think they're going to try to find anything. All we can do, if we do get the opportunity, is that we need to take responsibility at the end of the day.
Yeah. Anyway, last words. That's it. Charlie had his. Jamal, you had yours. Sandra, you gained last words for.
You made it, man.
Have a good Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day. Go take your significant other to a party if it ain't too late.
I'm not going to celebrate Valentine's Day because it's a white man event to create economic, and you niggas falling in line.
What?
Jesus. Oh, whoa. I was
glad it happened at the end. Just cut that. Cut that.
Nigel when they got chicken from Charlie Brown.
All right. I didn't mean to say. I just say I'm not going to celebrate it because it's my. People done say worse than that. The worst thing I ever said on the show.
Anyway, we'll see y'all later.
That's the word.
Like this.